Okay, my name is Shawn Delport. Tonight I'm going to show my client how to do a successful push-up set, and then I'm going to explain exactly how to do it according to safety tips and according to the biomechanics of the exercise. First, I'm going to name the joints involved with the push-up exercise. That would be the ball and socket joint and the hinge joint, which is also called the shoulder and the elbow joint. And then the muscles involved by training this exercise would be the pectoralis major muscles. It would be the anterior deltoid muscles and the triceps brachii muscles. By the eccentric muscle contraction movement, which is also called the downward movement, is going to cause the pectoralis major muscles and the deltoid anterior muscles to cause a horizontal extension reaction, and then the serratus anterior muscle is going to cause a retraction reaction, and the triceps brachii is going to cause a flexion reaction while doing the downward movement. By performing the upward movement, which is also called the concentric muscle contraction, we are looking at the pectoralis major muscles and the anterior deltoid muscles that will cause a flexion, a horizontal flexion reaction, and then the serratus anterior muscle is going to cause a protraction reaction, and then the triceps brachii muscles is going to cause a flexion reaction. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate to my client exactly how to perform this exercise with the correct posture and form so that the client may not injure himself. So the first of the tips is the hands must be shoulder width, and the elbow and the shoulder must be cued but not locked. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate it for my client. Lower back must be extended and not bent. The client can also perform a wide grip push-up, which is more in width. Okay. Je kan de dus de handen zo bij je zitten. Okay. Je kan de dus de handen zo bij je zitten. Shoulder width. Back straight, not bended. Yeah. Good. Yes. 6 reps. Chin up. 6, 7. Wide grip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Okay, this exercise we're going to do the plank. This exercise, there's not really joints used, but it's really an exercise that focuses on your core, like the 4 muscle groups, which is the transverse abdominis, the rectus abdominis, and the external and internal oblique muscles of your core. It also works a little bit of glutes in order to straighten your body. Now, when you do this exercise, your body is going to be straight as possible, your spine also straight as possible, and then your weight is going to fall upon your elbows. Your elbows is going to carry your weight, while the elbows is directly underneath the shoulder and the deltoids muscles, and then your ankles are going to be 90 degrees while doing this exercise to keep your posture in perfect position. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate for my client how to do it properly.
phone camera is nice.
Oh,
What phone is this?
Note 10 Plus
Okay.
in Samsung.
Oh, Samsung. Oh, it's nice. Yes.
Zimba, go to the side as well. Go to the side, to the side. Yes. While doing this exercise, you're going to hold it for at least 1 minute for it to work effectively per set. Okay, go ahead and put me. Jy moet jou elbows met 90 graad wees. Reguit. Nee, so jou rug moet so op jou elbow is. Maar nie te in of te uit nie, mooi reguit. Met jou enkels 90 graad reguit. So jou voete moet reguit wees. Lower back straight, kom op die straight. Hold for 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, reguit met jou bene. Yes. Okay. Hold for 1 minute at least. Now we are going to do the single leg Romanian deadlift exercise. First, there is one joint involved, the hip joint, which is also called the ball and socket joint. And then there's 3 muscles involved while training this exercise, which is the gluteus maximus and medius and the bicep femoris muscles. Now to do this exercise, it's like a stiff-legged deadlift exercise. You're going to monitor your spine and you're going to use one leg at a time and keep the knees and the hip in flexion position. In order, when you are doing the concentric muscle contraction, you will find that there is flexion caused at the hip joint, caused by the gluteus maximus and medius and bicep femoris muscles. During the eccentric muscle contraction phase of this exercise, you will find that there is extension at the hip joint, caused again by the gluteus maximus and medius and bicep femoris muscles. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate with my client how to do this exercise properly. You have it. Chest uit. Rug uit.
This is even come off.
Okay, so like that. Try the other leg. Back straight, monitor your spine. Keep your knees and your ankles. Back straight, chest out. Keep the balance. Leg as straight as possible. Okay, this video I'm going to make now is for the squatting exercise. The joints involved, these would be the hip and the knee and the ankle joint. And to do the squat exercise, you need to put the barbell on your shoulders. You need to monitor your spine, feet shoulder width. And then you use your glutes to track it backwards until your legs reaches 90 degrees. And then you use a full force in your quadriceps to push it back up backwards again in standard position after you have lowered yourself in a downward position to 90 degrees angle. You are flexing your hips and your knees, and you are cueing your hips and your knees also when doing the exercise to avoid injury. Now, during the concentric muscle contraction phase of the exercise, when going the downward motion, there is flexion at the hip joint, which is also called the ball and socket joint, brought about by the gluteus maximus and medius muscles and bicep femoris muscles. There is also flexion at the knee joint, which is a hinge joint, caused by the rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and vastus intermedialis muscles. Then there is dorsiflexion at the ankle joint, caused by the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles. During the eccentric muscle contraction phase of the squatting exercise, there is extension at the hip joint, caused by the bicep femoris muscles and gluteus maximus and medius muscles. There is also extension at the knee joint, caused by the rectus femoris muscles, vastus medialis, vastus lateralis, and vastus intermedialis muscles. Then there is plantar flexion at the ankle joint, caused by the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles. Now I'm going to demonstrate to my client exactly how to do the proper form of the squatting exercise. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate to my client how to do the squatting exercise with the proper form and a proper technique. First off, I'm going to put the bar onto my shoulders, feet shoulder width. Then I'm going to go down to 90 degrees. Now back up. As soon as I go, I track my quads backwards until my legs reaches 90 degrees, and then I use force on the triceps to push myself back upwards to standing position. Okay, now I'm going to teach my client how to do it. He's going to show an example. The barbell upwards on his shoulders. He's going to monitor his spine, flex his hips and his knees, stand with his feet shoulder width. Then he's going to go down to 90 degrees and push back up again. He's going to do 8 repetitions for hypertrophy training. One more rep. Okay. Muscles, and then the biceps brachii muscles. When we are doing this exercise, if we look at the concentric contraction muscle movement, we would look at how the muscles react. Now, in order that at the shoulder joint, they would be causing extension through the latissimus dorsi muscle and anterior, posterior deltoid muscles. And then they would be caused at the scapula. There would be retraction caused by the trapezius muscles. And then there would be at the elbow joint, the biceps brachii muscles will cause the muscle to go into flexion position. The eccentric muscle movement, there would be flexion at the shoulder joint caused by the latissimus dorsi muscles and the posterior deltoid muscles. And then at the scapula, there would be protraction caused by the trapezius muscles and the rhomboids muscles. And then at the elbow joint, which is also called the hinge joint, there would be the biceps brachii muscles would cause an extension reaction. Okay, while we're doing the bent over rowing exercise, we would look at our feet must be shoulder width, and then my abdominal muscles must be always be engaged, and my lower back must remain still and strong so we can avoid injury. Okay, this is my client Shawn Delport. He's going to demonstrate again how to do the bent over rowing exercise perfectly and without injury. Okay. Feet shoulder width, hands at the side, abdominals engaged, the lower back still and strong. Got it.